is Charlie from Charlie's Awesome World of Adventures, and today I'm going to give you my review on Turning Red. Maiden is a young Chinese Canadian who lives in Toronto, Canada. She's hoping that she'd have a really good year as a start as being a teenager. However, when she wakes up one morning, she finds that she has the ability to turn into a giant red panda, which makes her teenage life more complicated than it already is. So when this movie, these trailers were first released, I wasn't really as excited as people were. I'm not saying it looked bad or anything. In fact, I'd say at most it would be. I thought it would be at least mediocre at worse. But the trailers really didn't get me that hyped as many people were. So I watched the film last night. It's a big surprise, as this turns out to be another Pixar home run. In fact, I go as far as say that this is their best movie since Onward. So let's dive into the characters. So, as this movie focuses on a teenager's life, the movie will have to show some teenagers as for the audience to relate to. Luckily, though, they managed to get the right characters as for a movie like this. Starting with the girl who has the ability to turn between human and red panda. They're Maylin Lee. She would have the most element, and as she has to try break the rules from her overprotective mother, but and try find her own place in the world. Oh, as well as learning to embrace and control her new panda sides. The rest of the characters are all there to help May and make the film better than it already is. It's like the mirror, and Abby, who are May's best friends, and Tyler, the bully who always picks on May. Jin in May's father, who does actually they relate well to May, and could possibly be one of Pixar's best father figures, because May's aunts who want to protect May, especially with Ming's mum, other Britain elite. Speaking of which, there's May's mum, Ming, who went through the same thing as May did, with the ability to turn into a red panda. However, her panda was the most dangerous of the family, and she wants to make sure that the same doesn't happen to May. She can be a bit of the overprotective mother, but for filming this, it actually works well to its advantage. As well as giving us a lesson how to let your kids be who they want, and to not to control their life. Also, the acting is really well done. And as this film is a mix of a Canadian Chinese cast, each of the actors do a great job portraying the characters as to make them more relatable and enjoyable for the audience. Good. Next, there's the story. At first, it seems like it would be a pretty simple story. Our main character has to deal with her new powers of being able to turn into a red panda. May not seem that interesting at first, but on paper, but in execution, Pixar makes this one of their more deepest stories. But before I get into that part, I might as well talk about one element that was really surprising, in the humour. Well, I can say this is Pixar's funniest movie in years. Well, each of the jokes are really funny and can give the audience a good laugh. I've heard even some of the least funny jokes can at least get a chuckle out of the viewer. You can't say you didn't laugh or chuckle out the joke. Not only that, but it has a strong structure, as well as diving into the world building of the origins of May's family and how each female in the male in the family got the ability to turn into a red panda. But the true highlight of the feature is how it does play itself more deeper than other Pixar films. If you live in the UK, and you might notice that when you go onto Disney Plus to watch the movie, it says sign up where for most of the other Pixar films is 0 plus or 6 plus. But after watching the movie for myself, I understand why they had to do it. And how it really fits, as it does dive into the more mature themes of growing up. And show the changes that happens in a teenager's body. In fact, as a teen myself, this movie really related to me on many levels, especially with May trying to deal with all her new ability and trying to control her emotions. And then there's the movie's animation. This makes it look a little similar to the Pixar's last movie, Luca. And while it does have a similar style, like Luca, it uses its style to the advantage. This is mainly shown with the design, and where you can tell they fit in a Canadian Chinese town. And make sure they're not too simple. But not only that, they do manage to put in a lot of textures into designs, especially with May's red panda form, on where everything from her fur feels so lifelike. And it looks like it would be really soft to touch. Not only that, but the movie does have some creative character animation. Can all the ability is special, or as it's not afraid to go for a more faster pace with the movement. But the true highlights of the animation are the moments where May turns into a red panda, or in reverse, because that shows her true emotion, and has to feel really into it, of how she doesn't want to let go of it. Not only that, but the movie really focused on the background. and it's absolutely safe to say that Pixar always knows how to make their films great. When they take place in the country with Turning Red, and they show the beauty of Toronto in Canada and how it's a mix of a Canadian Chinese city. As well as a group. Hey, look at the temple of me. It's it's always expected for Pixar to do some great animation, but I'd say they outdone themselves here. So overall, I know this. I didn't really think this movie was gonna be bad, but I thought it was at least be more Pixar's weaker movie of the year. Yeah, and Lightyear would be its big stand and not movie of 2022. Oh, can't I just like how it is usually when they release two movies in the same year, but never would I watch a film and be greatly surprised of how amazing it turns out to be. Turning Red is an incredible animated feature where it's not afraid to go into the more deeper levels as well as being really relatable by delivering a strong and engaging story, some incredible animation, lovable and unforgettable characters, and a talented voice, and being funny from beginning to end. It can. I'd say that it can definitely be in my top 5 favourite Pixar films, maybe even top 3. Of course, this is absolutely a must watch, but I recommend this more for teenagers as they can probably relate more to what May's going through, and have a great ability to have throughout the film. I'm sure like you will probably still be the standout Pixar movie of the year, but it's great to see how Pixar surprised me yet again with another amazing masterpiece, and that's what I'm going to give this movie a 10 out of 10. And so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Feel free to comment, like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye!